continue the discussions of the amino acids so we can memorize them. So we have the leucine. There is no trick in its name. The nickname is Leu, L-E-U, and the initial is L. As any amino acid, we can see the carboxylic group, the central group, and the amino group. The central group is attached to the carbon and then attached to the another carbon, and this carbon is attached to the 2-methyl group, and that's what we call them is a branched chain amino acid. So we discussed 3 amino acid. We discussed the alanine, the valine, and the leucine. So as an amino acid carboxylic group, central carbon in the amino carbon, if it's attached to the CH3 directly, then we called it alanine. If it's attached to another C, and this C it contains 2-methyl group, then it's called valine. If it's attached to another C, and this C is attached to the 2-methyl group, then we called it leucine. So there is some connection to know what is the difference between the alanine, valine, and the leucine. So alanine is directly attached to the methyl group, valine is attached to this carbon, and this carbon is attached to the 2-methyl group. The leucine is attached to another carbon, and this carbon is attached to the 2-methyl group. So what is a leucine is a branched chain. If we just away from the central carbon, it's make it more flexible. So away from the central carbon makes it more flexible, more movement, but when we just close to the central carbon, so that is make it unflexible. Like, you know, if I arranged it unflexible to the flexible, I will say alanine, valine, and leucine. Okay, hydrophobic, and I discussed that before. More carbon, more hydrogen make it more hydrophobic. That means don't like the water. And ketogenic, and that is opposite completely to the valine. The valine is completely glucogenic. That means it will produces glucose, but ketogenic it produces ketone bodies with like acetoacetate, acetone on beta hydroxybutyrate, which is like related to the lipid. Okay, so more flexible than valine because it's away from the central carbon, non-polar because there is no charge in the leucine. Essential amino acid, it's like valine, it's essential amino acid, and we have to get it from the food. Isoleucine, because we have a leucine. Leucine is completely ketogenic, but isoleucine both is glucogenic and ketogenic. Okay, more hydrophobic than valine because adding more carbon and hydrogen make it more hydrophobic. As I said before, more carbon, more hydrogen make it more hydrophobic. And as I discussed before in the valine, leucine is one of these branched amino acid, and this branched amino acid, when they that is lead to the because isoleucine, leucine, and valine, they lead to the branched chain alpha ketoacid dehydrogenase complex, and when there is a mutation in it, that is lead to the methylsyropurin disease. So we can know what is a pathological diseases that is related to the leucine. That's all about the leucine. I just make this step to memorize it, the amino acids, more easily. So goodbye.